Hello, hello, hello. Hi everybody. Stacy here from Creatively Stacy. Surprise! As my usual, I'm popping on in the craft room. I've had a crazy Thursday and it's been a crazy week. So I needed a little time to paint and I thought I'd pop on and say hello, see who was around. So as you pop on, please say hello. If you show up for the replay, please say replay, say hi so I know you were here. Appreciate you hanging out with me. It's almost Valentine's Day and love is in the air. No, seriously, I'm so thankful for so many people in my life. So whether it's your significant other or your kids or your parents or your best friend, or if you just need to show yourself some love, painting's a great way to do that. I got my journal out and just playing around. So I thought I'd bring you along. So here we go. I thought today, I did the background ahead, and I have these hearts left over from a previous project. I had gotten them at the Dollar Tree a while back. And I just wanted to show you that if you get wooden cutouts for whatever craft project and you don't use them, or you have something kicking around, you could also use cardboard cutouts, or they have foam cutouts, whatever. You can use them to trace. Use them as a stencil, right? And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just playing around, getting ideas. I'd like to practice in my journal, and then if it's something I really, really love, then I'll go back and I will do it on canvas. So it's a great way to just get out your paint and have a little fun. So I'm just going to use these wooden cutouts that I had kicking around. I had an idea. Famous last words, I had an idea. And I'm just going to trace them. I'm just using a magic marker. If you've followed me at all, you know I like to edge things in black anyways. If you're new, edging things in black is fun. And so I'm just playing with the placement. I don't really have a huge plan, you guys. I really am just playing today. But I was hoping to give you some creative ideas. This is something you could do on a card. This is something you could do just for home decor. This is something you could do for a wedding, just as a I love you to somebody, or just do in your journal, just pass the time and enjoy the experience of it, right? No pressures. So we're going to start with that, and let's see. You guys don't usually see me drawing in permanent marker, but because of the whimsical shabby style of paint that I do, can totally get away with it. So, and I know you'll be able to see it well on the screen, which is my goal. I'm not even worrying about everything being perfectly straight and symmetrical and gorgeous. I'm just going with it, right? I'm gonna make my jar solid today. You could totally leave this clear if you do. Bring your stems all the way down in and you will see them through it if you like the clear jar look. But I'm gonna do mine solid because that's the mood I'm in. So basically I traced 3 hearts, and I will put in probably some embellishments. I am using the craft paint that I showed you the other day. I got the big set for, I don't know, it was less than $10. 24 paints. They were like 50 cents a piece. Maybe it was $12, something. So that's what I'm going to use. Just grabbing some pink and white to go with the Valentine's, the love theme I'm going for. You could use any color under the sun. I'm going to get a little angle brush. Let's see. Oh, this one's been used so much. It doesn't have a number on it anymore for me to tell you. See if I can find one that's close. Here's another one that looks pretty close. It says it's a 2, so let's go with that. Let's think maybe it's around a 2. I'm just going to dab into my white and my pink, getting them both on my brush. And I'm just going to get to started here. Start to getting something. And you could do your hearts in any shape, any colors. You could do them all in stripes. You could do them all in dots. Make yours your own, however you like to do it, right? Whatever makes you happy to paint. This is my art therapy. This is my relaxation. This is my downtime. This is get your head right before your hubby gets home and you gotta make dinner. I really need to go down and take care of the chickens, things like that. So this is all about just relaxing. So I'm not thinking too hard about it. I'm not getting too serious about it. I'm just doing little curved shapes, right, with 2 colors. So if you tell me you can't paint and you haven't tried this, I highly encourage you to give it a shot. You guys are popping on. Say hello. I can see people are there, but nobody's said anything, and I know there's a delay. I'm always curious if this is actually working. I'm going to take my paper out of here because I did the background ahead, so it shouldn't be in your way. And I think all my stuff, and I think the black background makes the camera a little less wonky. So there's just once around real quick. And yes, I know you can still see some of the black behind it. I'll decide later if I'm okay with that or not. I probably will be. Hold my paper down so it's not bent on you. I'm just overlapping my shapes as I go, and I'm working around my flowers. So that first, or my hearts, my first heart is starting to dry as I continue on my way. I do paint pretty chunky style, so my paint stays wet longer. If you use real thin strokes, you wipe your brush off really good, you don't have a lot of paint on your brush, it'll dry faster. But I thought this would just be kind of fun. And this is another one you could definitely just put in a frame and set on your desk, hang on your wall, put on your mantle, whatever the case may be, wherever you need a little inspiration, something to remind you of a happy time, right? Excuse me. Allergies, I'm telling you. Such is life. And if you get too much of one color, you can always go back and just add the other color back in later after it's dried a bit. But I like to show these little rosettes because I think they're really cute and simple. And the best thing about them is keeping them simple, not going over them again and again. Just letting the paint lay down wherever it lays down when you start. Excuse the happy pug noises. She's hanging out with me, keeping me company. So I'm going to go ahead and let those dry a minute. those. While they're drying, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to wipe my brush off just a little bit on the edge here and get a little bit more white, so it'll be probably a very, very light pink or thereabouts. Fill in the top of this jar, which was basically just a line, a little bit of a smiley face, another little bit of a smiley face. That's all I did. Nothing too fancy there. Velvet Rose, whatever you're doing, stop. Be a good girl. And I can go back in when this is dry and put the black back in wherever I need it. I'm going to get a little bit darker pink. Come down here to do the next layer, right? So you will see the jar starting to take shape. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit darker pink, and I'm going to paint in the other direction. I'm not going side to side anymore. I'm going to go up and down, right? And you can see the variation of colors on my brush when I push my brush. Whatever other paint I have in my brush is going to come out more. Whereas if you're just touching the edges, you're just getting what's on the edge of your brush. If you push, whatever's stored in your brush is going to come out. So you can decide if you like it. If you want it to be all one solid color, then rinse your brush off real good and pick that color. And I'm painting with the shape of the brush, so as I get to the center, it'll be more, well, I don't know what my dog is doing. Velvet, stop. Be good. Sorry, guys. As you get more to the center, you're going to be more up and down. You're getting more and more vertical. Let me see. So I'm going to just widen this out a little bit and get a little bit more vertical. And then when I come back to the other side, I'm still in the middle, so I'm still going up and down. I just grabbed some white. I'm pretending this is like a pottery jar, so it's going to have lots of variations in it. Right? So as I get over to this side, I'm going to start curving those strokes again, right? I'm just trying to get my little line out of the top of there a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to start curving over here, and that's just giving me a shape, making my jar seem more dimensional. So that's a nice little tip when you're painting. Just going back over some of my lines and blending a little bit. Isn't that sweet? Something just cutesy and fun. Cutesy and fun. I'm going to get a little more pink out. I'm going to go back up into those hearts up there. They've dried a bit. They're not really dry, but I said this is just for fun, so I'm not going to get too excited about it. We'll embrace the layers. I'm going to go right back over where I was before. Doing a couple of C's, letting it be messy, relaxed, and fun. I don't know, you guys, I put the do not disturb on my phone and I see people, but I don't see any comments. I really hope I'm on my business page. pop on, say hello. How sweet is this? Just simple and easy. Just what I needed after a long day. Oh, now the pug's gonna snore. Oh, Lordy. For those of you that have watched my painting videos before, I try to, when I do these, and if you're new here too, I should say both. Some of you may know, and so when I do these, I try to do some instruction. I do things a little faster. I don't go into full detail. When I'm doing the classes, I really take the time to explain things more in depth. So if you're in either the Llama workshop or the Gnome workshop, they do take longer. I do walk through them with you and really give you the details. We have another one coming up on the 29th of February in the Gnome group. I always do at least 2 in the workshops, so you guys can try out a couple of different things and really get that full experience. So right now they are on sale with the code Valentine50. Scroll back and look for that. You can get them for 50% off, so you can join either group for, I think it's $11 right now, which is really great. So if you haven't tried one of my workshop groups yet, I really would love it if you would, because I think you'd really enjoy it and really get a lot out of it. So, I mean, you can hardly go to lunch for $11, so why not try it out? Check it out. See if it's for you. See what you think. I think that sale, I believe I'm leaving it on until Sunday, because I'm selling gift certificates. So if somebody wants to get a gift certificate, then whoever gets the gift certificate could use the code and get in for the $11. So how sweet is that? I think that is just adorable. And then you could stop there, or you could keep playing with it. You know, you could really embellish it quite a bit further. I need to fix my stems, and I think I would go ahead and embellish it a bit, because that's just me. But if you like a very simple, clean, not a lot of busyness type of thing, then you could stop there. My black is getting low. No. Oh. Good thing I changed my shirt before I did that. The ends of my things get this, and then it's not good. So I'm going to water down my black a little bit and just use a little liner brush to play with this a little. And you guys, you know, when I started, people told me liner brushes were scary and hard, and I believed them. Oh, I got a little white in there. It's alright. I like it. And so I was like afraid to use the liner brush because I thought it was scary and hard. I'm telling you, it's not. Wipe your brush off good, roll it off good, water your paint down so it's really fluid, and keep your hand on your canvas. And then you too can use a liner brush. Takes a little practice, so I would definitely recommend doing it in your journal till you felt comfortable with it. But I really think if you just get it out and use it, you'd be surprised. I also, a trick that I use a lot, and I'll do that when I get up there on the flowers. I don't know where I'm getting this white from, but I kind of like it. It's a happy accident. When I get up on the flowers, I'll show you another. Oh, now I'm getting pink. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Oh, my pink's probably still wet. I probably dragged into it. It's all good. Roll with it. Okay. Let's just go down here. Facebook's been being really weird. I can't go live on my business page through my business page. Through the, I don't know. I have to go in a different way to make it work now. So everybody's thinking they must be rolling out some new updates. So if you guys are in the know and you know what the updates are, let me know. I want to know what's coming down the pike. They usually have something good happening. So if you want to outline your hearts entirely, you could just do dashes. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that because that's not me. What I am going to do is play with my little roses in here a little bit. And that'll do two things. One, it'll let me play, which is the whole point of painting, is enjoying the process. And the other thing it'll do is it'll make these black lines that are showing from my marker fit. They'll be part of the situation here, right? I'm just blending them in. They're going to disappear as part of the painting. So if you go back, if you have an area that you don't like and you go back and do some embellishments, you will be less focused on something you don't like. And what you added in that you do like will stand out more. So that's a really good way to really play with your painting. Now I did these kind of like little roses. You could do this as little hydrangeas, little tulips. You could fill the whole thing with hearts, polka dots. Just use your imagination when you're playing around. Just kind of using brushes and seeing how things work. Don't limit yourself to it just has to be a big red heart, which is totally fine if you like a big red heart. But I think it's more fun to kind of play around with it and make something that's so basic, the basic heart shape, and make it into something else completely. All right. I'm just going to turn this around so I can get to the top without dragging my hand through everything else, right? I like to always add a little whimsy to my paintings. And this one is much more my color. The one I did earlier this week for you guys was more in the reds. I'm more of a pink and purple kind of girl. So when you guys think Valentine's, do you like the reds? Do you like the bold colors? Do you like the soft pinks and purples? Do you like neons? Are you completely non-traditional and you like, I don't know, black and turquoise Valentines? What is your color preference, I guess? You can see how just going in playing around a little bit starts changing the look of the whole thing. Oh, hi Pat. Thank you for commenting. I was hoping I was on my business page and I put on the do not disturb and I have not seen anybody, so I'm so glad. Thank you. And thank you for the compliment. You're too kind. So, just playing in the journal, having a little fun with it. Trying to channel the Valentine love, right? I don't know how this is going to work out. This could be a disaster, but let's just, right? That's not a letter. It looks like an L. I could write love here, but that's not where I was going with it. I was just feeling like my vase needed a little love. I really wish I knew where I was getting that white from. So I definitely encourage you to get out the liner brush and play around with that a little bit. Just get out scrap paper and I'm going to add a little bit more water to that black. When you're using it, the best way to do it is to keep your paint really fluid. So it really flows like liquid ink, basically, right? I can't talk and swirl, just a sec. So what if, should we put a couple leaves on our flowers, you think? Yeah, let's not be too traditional. Let's not be too traditional today. Tomorrow is all about traditions, right? Making new ones, honoring old ones. Today is about just relaxing and enjoying the process, right? So before I finish up here, I'm just going to give you guys a couple, you know I have to have my dots. Oh, I forget, for whatever reason, this liner brush has a weird pointy thing on the end, and it doesn't. If you get a brush with a weird pointy thing, you're not alone. It doesn't do dots good. It makes the tiniest little dots. So if you want tiny little dots, that would be good. I don't. I'm going big and bold. Just for fun. Just for a little whimsy. Add a little something, right? Anywhere you like. Do a bunch, do none, do whatever makes your heart happy. There we go. And last but not least, a little edging. So if you were doing this on a canvas or putting it in a picture frame, I'm going to get my hands in the way a second here, guys. This is just a thing that I like to do. A lot of furniture painters use it. They call it edging. In the junk monkey paint world, they call it the eyeliner effect. But it really just kind of frames your painting. So if you are doing it on a canvas and you're not going to frame it, it's a great way to just add that extra touch to what you're doing. And you can do as much or as little as you like. I tell you guys, it's hard to do it on this edge of the paper. If I was going to actually frame it, I would rip it out of here and do that edge right, right? Let me see if you can see me. think that'll do it for that. So fun. So thank you for joining me, and if you decide to play with this, I'm trying to get a close-up of those flowers, but I don't think it's really doing it justice on here. If you paint it, let me know. I want to see it too. Thanks for hanging out with me, Pat, and whoever else was popping in and out that I am not seeing comments from. Thank you for stopping by my page, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.